What's on the horizon for you?
So next is a feature film called The Inevitable Sadness of All Things Good, which is the original work that King Esther was derived from. So that is my focus, is to do my second feature film actually. I only did one, so.
And the protagonist is not actually Esther. That was
No,
a
it's her
side character.
brother. It's her brother King, and the film, excuse me, is about King trying to start a church as Hurricane Katrina comes to town. So he's trying to start a church for the hood, in the hood, for the hood. So that's what the film is about. So it's my take on religious dogma and dreams and the reality in the landscape of devastation.
Is he a new person to the town?
No, so
Oh,
he's been in New Orleans for a long time. He's a Pigeon Town dude, and he was introduced in King Esther. You actually saw him in the actual series numerous times, but this time it's really just his own journey.
and what are you feeling about this project?
I'm scared. I'm really scared, to be quite honest with you. Now I know, right? I can't unknow how difficult it is to do a feature film. And so one of the things that I've been doing lately is letting go of the fear from the past, and also not being anxious about the future, but just being present and enjoying the present. Because in the present, I'm okay, right? And so I'm really trying to work through that fear and all of what I had to go through with the first feature, because it wasn't pleasant, and I don't want to have to go through it again. But I recognize one of the agreements that you have to make with these films is you have to live with it no matter what. So it might happen again, right? I may lose everything again, and to face that risk um, in the landscape of this story that I feel like is necessary to be told is what has me fearful, but it's also is fueling me in order to do it, and hopefully do it better than I did my first feature film the first time.
You know that saying that like if someone was able to do something the first time, that even if they lose everything, most likely they can do it again because they kind of did it on their own. It
Yeah,
wasn't like someone just totally helping them.
yeah.
So, do you have any of that feeling? Like maybe even if things go south, that you can still do something else again?
Yeah, I realized no matter what I lost, that I was still me without it. And so it's not the things that I'm afraid of. It's not, the spoils, because like I said, I lost them, and I've been so blessed to get it all back. And so I'm not afraid of losing it again. But what I lost was a sense of self. And that's what I don't want to lose this time around. I still want to maintain my joy. I still want to maintain my desire to create film, because I feel like if I have another experience like I had the first time, it might break me, and I don't want to stop making films. And so there's a lot of fear there, but at the same time, I think I'm surrounded by really good people. I've had these experiences, I've gone there before, and I know I'll be okay in the end.
And why do you want to attempt to go through this again?
Well, personally, especially in recent years, I've had a lot of questions about religion and the effects of it, and where I am personally as it pertains to my own spiritual and religious journey. And so King's story has such a universal component of spirituality and religion within inside of it, that I just think that it's the story that I have to tell in order to heal that part of myself that really needs that healing, and that needs that confirmation that where I am religious wise is where I'm supposed to be. So it's a really it's going to be a challenge to be able to unlock that magic, but I think that that's there, and hopefully this film could support a really beautiful thesis of why we still engage and have religion.
Would you say it's faith based?
No, not at all. Not at all. Oh, no, no, no. It's not faith based, but that's the idea, because it is faith based, because King is absolutely stepping out on faith. But it's not a religious film that's about God as we know God to be. It's about his experience of God and his approach to how we should experience God. And so I think there's some fascinating elements to it. There's some beautiful imagery that I've already been able to encapsulate in the side of my mind. And so hopefully I'm able to unlock this in the fullness of how I'm dreaming it up. And hopefully it's effective. And it's a really effective story that people are participating in.
Do you think people feel ashamed for wanting to do films questioning faith, religion?
I think it's a questioning faith and religion is one of those no-nos, especially in the Black community. You know, a lot of us, especially from the South, are raised in the throes of religion while not ever challenging that religion. And so for me, I have a lot of challenges for religion. And so I think seeing this trend to other people questioning it as well would really lend itself to being able to engage and have this narrative. Because I don't think God is who we have made him out to be. And so I really want to challenge just even our own personal view of who God is and who God can be inside of.